Record reading. Tarot is like reading a story through 78 windows into the human experience. Each card is a mirror reflecting different aspects of life, consciousness, and possibility, creating a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind. The deck is divided into two main parts. The major arcana, representing life's major spiritual lessons and significant events, and the minor arcana, 56 cards, depicting daily experiences and challenges. Like chapters in a book, these cards weave together to tell a complete story. What makes tarot powerful is its use of universal archetypes and symbols that speak directly to our subconscious. The Fool represents new beginnings. Death symbolizes transformation. The Tower indicates sudden change. These symbols tap into collective human experiences and understanding. And the reading process is more than just laying cards. It's an intricate dance between intuition and interpretation. Each card's meaning shifts based on its position, relationship to other cards, and whether it appears upright or reversed. This creates countless possible combinations and interpretations. The most profound aspect of tarot is how it serves as a tool for self-reflection. Rather than predicting a fixed future, it helps explore potential paths and hidden aspects of situations, allowing for deeper understanding and more conscious decision-making. Astrology. Astrology is like a cosmic map of human experience, suggesting that our lives are influenced by the grand dance of celestial bodies. It's based on the principle as above, so below, the idea that universal patterns reflect in individual lives. The system works through analyzing the positions of planets, stars, and celestial points at the moment of birth. This creates a birth chart or natal chart, a snapshot of the sky that serves as a psychological blueprint. Each planet represents different aspects of personality and life. Sun for core identity, Moon for emotions, Mars for drive and ambition. What makes astrology complex is its layered nature. It's not just about sun signs, the popular "what's your sign?" question. It involves houses, life areas, aspects, relationships between planets, and the constant motion of celestial bodies, creating transits and progressions. The most fascinating aspect is how it combines mathematical precision with intuitive interpretation. The exact calculations of planetary positions blend with symbolic understanding to create meaning. It's both a science of celestial mechanics and an art of interpretation. Perhaps most profoundly, astrology offers a framework for understanding cycles and timing in life. It suggests that human experience, like planetary movements, follows patterns that can be observed and understood.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Paul reading palm, reading palm, May yo smiles in my land after you vanish. Palm reading is like decoding the personal map edged into our hands. It suggests that our life's potential, character, and possible future are written in the lines, mounts, and shapes of our palms. The practice examines several key features: major lines, head, life, fate, minor lines, mounts, raised areas, finger shapes, and overall hand characteristics. Each element tells part of the story: the heart line about emotions, the headline about mental approach, the lifeline about vitality and life path. What makes palmistry fascinating is its recognition of hand changes over time. Unlike fixed systems, palm lines can shift subtly with major life changes, suggesting that destiny isn't completely predetermined, but influenced by our choices and growth. The most insightful aspect is how it combines physical observation with symbolic interpretation. The depth, clarity, and path of lines matter as much as their basic presence. Branches, islands, crosses, and stars in the lines add layers of meaning and nuance to the reading. Modern palmistry often integrates scientific understanding of genetics and dermatoglyphics, the study of skin ridge patterns, with traditional interpretations, creating a bridge between ancient wisdom and contemporary knowledge. Crystal ball gazing, crystal love monkey. Crystal ball gazing is like opening a window into the subconscious mind through focused meditation. The clear sphere serves as a focal point that helps quiet the conscious mind and access deeper levels of awareness and intuition. The technique involves more than just staring into glass. The gazer enters a light, meditative state where the ball's surface becomes like a screen for the mind's eye. Cloudy shapes, colors, or images may appear, forming symbols or scenes that carry meaning for the querent, person seeking answers. What makes crystallomancy powerful is its ability to bypass logical thinking and access intuitive knowledge. The clear depth to the crystal creates a perfect blank canvas for the mind to project information from the subconscious, much like dreams do during sleep. The practice requires developing a personal relationship with the crystal and learning to interpret the unique way symbols appear for each reader. Some see actual images, others get impressions or feelings, and some experience both. The most profound aspect is how it demonstrates the mind's ability to access information beyond normal consciousness when given the right conditions and focus. Numerology. Numerology is like discovering the mathematical code underlying personal identity and life events. It suggests that numbers carry vibrational frequencies that influence everything from personality to life path. The system works by converting letters to numbers and reducing dates to single digits except master numbers 11, 22, 33. Each number resonates with specific qualities and energies. 1 represents leadership, 2 relates to partnership, and so on. What makes numerology fascinating is its integration of multiple calculations to create a comprehensive profile. The life path number from birth date reveals life purpose. The expression number from full name shows talents and abilities, while the soul urge number reveals inner desires and motivations. Perhaps the practice goes beyond simple number assignments. It examines patterns, cycles, and combinations, suggesting that life moves in predictable, numerical rhythms. Personal years, months, and days each carries specific energetic influences that can be calculated and understood. Perhaps most intriguingly, numerology suggests that understanding these numerical patterns can help optimize timing for important decisions and actions. I-Ching, or the Book of Changes, is like consulting an ancient wisdom database that maps all possible situations and transformations in life. It's one of humanity's oldest oracular systems, combining mathematical precision with profound philosophical insights. The system works through generating 6 lines, each either broken or solid, yang, creating 64 possible hexagrams. These hexagrams represent different life situations and their potential outcomes. Traditional methods use yarrow stalks or coins, though modern adaptations exist. What makes I-Ching unique is its focus on change rather than fixed predictions. It describes how situations evolve and transform, suggesting appropriate responses to current circumstances, while acknowledging nothing stays the same. The most profound aspect is its underlying philosophy that everything exists in a state of dynamic balance between opposing forces, yin and yang. This creates a sophisticated framework for understanding how situations develop and resolve. The wisdom of I-Ching extends beyond divination into practical philosophy, offering insights into timing, action, and the nature of change itself. Runes are like an ancient alphabet of mysteries, each symbol carrying layers of meaning drawn from Norse wisdom and mythology. These angular letters served both as a writing system and a tool for seeking guidance from the divine. The traditional Elder Futhark consists of 24 runes, each representing concepts rather than just sounds. For example, Fehu symbolizes wealth and cattle, while Ansuz represents communication and divine messages. When used for divination, runes are typically carved on wood, stone, or bone. What makes rune casting profound is its embrace of mystery and multiple meanings. Unlike systems with fixed interpretations, runes encourage personal intuition and understanding. This same rune might offer different wisdom depending on its position, orientation, and relationship to other runes drawn. The practice involves more than just drawing and interpreting symbols. It's about connecting with ancient wisdom and understanding life's patterns through a Norse lens. Each reading becomes a conversation with ancestral knowledge. The most fascinating aspect is how runes blend practical advice with spiritual insight. They can address mundane concerns while simultaneously revealing deeper spiritual lessons and patterns. Tea leaf reading. Tea leaf reading, yellow pages. Tea leaf reading is like discovering stories in the patterns left behind after life's storms. It's the art of interpreting the shapes and symbols formed by tea leaves after the liquid has been consumed. The practice begins with a ritual. Loose tea is brewed, drunk mindfully, and the cup is swirled 3 times with the left hand. The remaining leaves create patterns that the reader interprets, starting from the rim, representing the present, down to the bottom, the distant future. What makes tasseography unique is its fluid, organic nature. Unlike structured systems like tarot, tea leaves create completely unique patterns each time. This demands high intuitive skill and the ability to recognize meaningful shapes in random formations. The most insightful aspect is how it combines everyday ritual with mystical insight. The simple act of drinking tea becomes a gateway to deeper understanding, making the sacred accessible through the ordinary. Modern readers often photograph the patterns for later reference or sharing, though traditionalists maintain that the immediate, intuitive interpretation is most powerful. Dream interpretation. Dream interpretation is like decoding messages from our deepest self, sent in the language of symbols and emotions. It suggests that our dreams serve as bridges between the conscious and unconscious mind. The practice involves remembering and analyzing dreams through various lenses: personal associations, universal symbols, emotional resonance, and life context. A snake in a dream might represent transformation for one person, but danger for another, depending on their personal associations and current life situation. What makes dream interpretation powerful is its direct connection to our subconscious. Dreams bypass our normal mental filters, allowing deeper truths and hidden insights to surface through metaphor and symbol. Modern dream work often integrates psychological understanding with traditional symbolic interpretation. It recognizes that dreams can serve multiple purposes: processing daily events, working through emotions, providing guidance, or offering creative inspiration. Perhaps most profoundly, regular dream work can develop a stronger connection between conscious and unconscious awareness, leading to more integrated self-understanding. Face reading. Physiognomy. Face reading is like mapping the geography of character written in facial features. It suggests that our faces reflect both innate qualities and the impact of our life experiences. The practice examines various facial features: shape of face, forehead, eyes, nose, mouth, chin, and their proportions and relationships. Each feature is believed to correlate with specific personality traits and life tendencies. For example, the space between eyes might indicate openness to new ideas, while lip shape might reveal emotional expressiveness. What makes physiognomy fascinating is its blend of fixed and changeable elements. While some features are genetic, expressions and fine lines develop through habitual thoughts and emotions, suggesting that character shapes appearance over time. The most insightful aspect is its recognition of face changes throughout life. New lines, altered expressions, and shifting features can reflect personal growth and life experiences, making the face a living record of our journey. Geomancy. Geomancy is like reading the Earth's own fortune-telling system through patterns of dots or marks. It originated as a method of divination by studying patterns in soil, but evolved into a sophisticated system of 16 figures formed by random marking. The technique involves creating random dots or lines, which are then counted and interpreted based on whether they form odd or even numbers. These are converted into one of 16 geomatic figures, each with its own meaning and associations with elements, planets, and zodiac signs. What makes geomancy unique is its mathematical precision combined with intuitive interpretation. The 16 figures can be combined and analyzed in multiple ways, creating a complex system that can address specific questions or provide general insight. The most profound aspect is how it bridges earth-based divination with astronomical and astrological principles, creating a system that connects terrestrial and celestial influences. Modern practitioners often use dice or random number generators instead of drawing in earth, though some maintain that connection with actual soil provides deeper insights. Pendulum divination. Pendulum divination is like having a conversation with your intuition through the subtle movements of a weighted object. It transforms subtle energy into visible motion, making the invisible visible. Maybe the practice uses a weight suspended from a chain or string, which moves in response to questions, typically swinging in specific patterns for yes, no, or maybe, while some attribute the movement to unconscious muscle movements. Others believe it responds to energy fields or spiritual guidance. What makes pendulum work powerful is its immediacy and simplicity. It provides clear, binary answers while bypassing conscious mental filters. This makes it particularly useful for decisions where logical analysis has reached its limits. The most fascinating aspect is how it can be used in combination with maps, charts, or diagrams to locate objects or answer more complex questions. The pendulum becomes a pointer, guided by whatever force moves it. Regular practice often leads to increasingly refined and reliable responses, suggesting that, like any intuitive skill, pendulum work can be developed and strengthened over time. Bone throwing. Osteo. Bone throwing is like casting the ancient stories of life and death onto the earth. This primal divination method, practiced in various forms across cultures, uses bones, sometimes combined with shells, stones, or other sacred objects, to reveal hidden truths and future possibilities. The practice involves collecting and consecrating a set of bones, traditionally from significant animals like lions, hyenas, or domesticated creatures. Each bone is assigned specific meanings based on its type, source, and markings. When thrown onto a special surface or circle, their positions and relationships to each other create a unique narrative. What makes bone throwing particularly powerful is its connection to the cycle of life and death. Bones, as the lasting remains of once living creatures, serve as bridges between the physical and spiritual worlds. They carry the wisdom of both mortality and endurance. The most profound aspect is how it integrates natural elements with human interpretation. The way bones fall is influenced by physical forces, yet their meaning emerges from deep cultural and spiritual understanding. This creates a unique blend of tangible reality and mystical insight. Modern practitioners sometimes incorporate contemporary objects alongside traditional bones, adapting this ancient practice while maintaining its core essence of reading patterns in sacred objects. Oracle cards. Oracle cards are like having a conversation with universal wisdom through freely designed symbolic systems. Unlike the structured 78-card tarot, Oracle decks can have any number of cards and follow any theme or system their creator envisions. The practice involves selecting cards from decks that might focus on angels, animals, elements, goddesses, or any other spiritual or symbolic system. Each deck comes with its own unique imagery and interpretative framework, though readers often develop personal associations with the cards over time. What makes oracle cards special is their accessibility and flexibility. Without the complex traditional structure of tarot, they can offer more direct, intuitive messages. The imagery often features modern symbols and concepts, making them particularly relevant for contemporary questions and concerns. The most fascinating aspect is how oracle cards can serve as bridges between different divinatory traditions. Some decks incorporate numerology, astrology, or other systems, creating rich, multi-layered readings that draw from various wisdom traditions. The freedom in oracle card design allows for continuous evolution of divinatory practice, making ancient wisdom accessible through modern imagery and understanding. Coffee, ground reading. Coffee with coffee. Coffee ground reading is like discovering stories in the residue of our daily rituals, similar to tea leaf reading but with its own distinct traditions. This practice originated in the Middle East and Mediterranean regions, where coffee culture runs deep. The technique involves preparing traditional, unfiltered coffee, drinking it mindfully, then inverting the cup onto a saucer. When the cup is lifted, the patterns formed by the grounds on both cup and saucer are interpreted. Different areas of the cup represent different time frames or life aspects. What makes coffee ground reading unique is its intimate connection to hospitality and community. Traditionally performed in social settings, it combines divination with the warmth of shared conversation and connection. The reader often becomes both fortune teller and confidant. The most profound aspect is how it transforms an everyday beverage into a tool for spiritual insight. The grounds create incredibly detailed patterns, sometimes forming clear pictures or symbols that can be interpreted both literally and symbolically. Modern practitioners often photograph the patterns for record-keeping or remote readings, though traditionalists maintain that the energy and insight of in-person readings cannot be fully replicated through technology.